All right, so here we are in the greenhouse where we're planting everything at for spring. Everything in this greenhouse right here is coming from tissue culture, either from our lab or sometimes we buy in some things. So we have a whole table of Nandina Harbor Bell. On one table in here is about 20,000 plants. Some new products here that we have, these are some thornless blackberries from the University of Arkansas. This variety right here is the Ouachita, so we have a good supply of that right now, all the orange labels that you can see right there. We have a few Anagaxanthos Tequila Sunrise. We'll have more coming out soon to fill spring orders. Lots of Nandinas down here, more Harbor Bell with pink labels, a little bit of firepower. Then we're going to come on, this is another thornless blackberry selection with the pink labels here. And this one is Apache, so another good one from the University of Arkansas. And then here across the table you'll see another new selection that we're working on. This is a Colocasia in the Royal Hawaiian series from John Cho and Plant Haven. This is the Diamond Head right here. Nice, shiny, dark black leaf. Really a nice elephant ear there. So we have a good supply of those. A little bit of Harbor Dwarf there with a red label. And some more Diamond Head. And across the table, this green elephant here, this is Colocasia Blue Hawaiian. So when it's younger, the leaf is all green, but once the plant gets older, it has a green leaf with dark purple mid-veins. So very striking, especially when you see it in the sunlight. Very, very nice. All right, so we're going to take a walk through some more of our plantings. You can see we start way back there and we're moving along. The things that are covered are still just freshly planted under the shade. And we'll move. And then here we're coming upon where they are kind of planting right now. Right now they're planting some Agapanthus elaine for spring. Planting a lot of that, so we have lots of supply for spring. And as you can see, they're getting close to catching up. So pretty soon the problem will be, where do we put everything? And so they only have a few more tables to go. We have 3 people planting right now, getting ready for spring. So over here I wanted to show you one of our new varieties that I'm excited about. Here we have with the yellow label, this is Nandina Firepower. That's not new, but good. Here we have, this is a Fatsia japonica variegata. This comes from Ireland, from Pat Fitzgerald Nurseries. Very striking selection of Fatsia, and I know a lot of people grow the Fatsia around here, so I think this will be a nice addition to our normal Fatsia that we grow. So, some Moon Bay, more of the variegated Fatsia. Here is another new selection we got from Pat in Ireland. This is Astelia Silver Shadow. A good, great foliage plant. Right now when it's young, it's not as silver, but once it gets a little older, it'll be very silver. It's a grass-like plant and nice to put into combos. And that's Silver Shadow coming out of Ireland. And it's a patented one, but we'll have the rights to produce that one. And then over here, this is a new one for us. This is Fasciculata by color. It's a bromeliad, kind of related to pineapple. It has a blue iridescent flower, but the really striking thing is when it's about to flower, the middle of it will turn bright red, about as bright as that red label right there. So just imagine that plant with a bright red label. And I'll insert a picture right here so you can see what the finished product will look like. A great addition to anyone's line. Alright, for those of you who've been waiting for Fatsia, we finally have some germination going on, so yay! We will have some for spring. This is great news. I know there's been a bunch of people waiting for some. Over here we have some Echeveria ruffles. This is a really neat little succulent. It almost looks like an ornamental cabbage, but a succulent version of it. So pretty neat there. We have some of the Echeveria Afterglow coming on. And then a lot of foxtail ferns, a lot of seeds. We have some butterfly iris, the next table over with the blue labels. So lots of neat things. Some red yucca here. Alright, here we have some more propagation going on. Some divisions. We have the Alocasia Frydek. very striking selection of alocasia, dark satiny green leaves with that white mid-vein, very striking. Over here we're doing some contract propagation. We got some dwarf pampas grass and some Carl Forster grass here. So actually we'll have some leftover Carl Forster, so we might actually start providing that in our line because it's a neat grass. Here, some more colocasia. This one is the illustrious, so we'll have plenty of those for spring. And then lastly, we have the xanthosoma, the Mickey Mouse taro. So got a lot of those for spring. And next, we'll look at some cuttings that we're working on for spring. All right, here we have some Salvia Santa Barbara planted up. We sold all of our other crops, so we have some new ones coming on. This is a new heuchera. This is brownies. I saw it at University of Georgia in their trial gardens in the middle of the summer, and it looked great. Oh, there goes the mist. We'll let that finish up before we get any closer. Keeping those cuttings nice and moist. So this one is a great one for the south. It has like that brown reddish foliage, nice addition to the different foliage colors and textures to any garden. Here, this is another, speaking of foliage colors, this one is in the Southern Living collection. This is the Penta Stars and Stripes. Nice variegated foliage and a bright red flower, so very striking color combination there. So we have some Glaridias coming on from the Athens Select program, the Georgia Sunset right there, looking very, very nice, healthy. So quite a bit of propagation going on here. We just started a new bench right here. Some more salvia, some bulbine orange right there. Some of this stuff will get moved pretty soon, but it was 28 degrees this morning, so we're going to hold off until the weather improves. This one is a Caryopteris from Plant Haven. This is first choice, a dark blue flower. Actually, one of them's blooming right there. I don't know if the camera does it justice, but it's a nice color of flower there. So, and then some more of the Southern Living plants, the Scaevola Cajun Blue. Nice plant there, fan flower. And then some verbenas in the Athens Select program, the Homestead Red.